Yes, get ready for the legal dictation containing 480 words at the speed of 80 words per minute. Let's start. 3 seconds. Start. Mr. Raj Malhotra, Learned Senior Counsel, appearing on behalf of the appellant, would submit that the division bench of the High Court committed a serious error in passing the impugned judgment insofar as it failed to take into consideration the importance of holding a physical test before preparation of the select list. The Learned Counsel urged that arbitrariness on the part of the selection committee is apparent from the fact that the order of holding tests was pushed to the background. It was furthermore submitted that the division bench of the High Court did not assign sufficient and cogent reasons for interfering with the well considered judgment of the learned single judge and proceeded to modify the same without any application of mind. Our attention was moreover drawn to the fact that the purported reasons for modification, which were enumerated in paragraph 12 of the impugned judgment, really contain the statement of facts, and thus the same is wholly unsustainable. Mr. P. K. Goswami, Learned Senior Counsel, appearing on behalf of the private respondents, on the other hand, would contend that the appellant, in the facts and circumstances of this case, must be held to be stopped and precluded from raising any contention and regard to the validity or otherwise of the procedure for selection adopted by the selection committee, as he had participated in the selection process without any demur whatsoever. It is stated that pursuant thereto and in furtherance thereof, only the said respondent had been appointed and had been working since then. Our attention was furthermore drawn to the fact that against the order of the learned single judge, a writ appeal had been filed by him, which is pending. Indisputably, in the advertisement, the candidates were required not only to qualify in the written test but also the physical ability test. A plain reading of the advertisement clearly goes to show that the interview was to be conducted only after holding of the said two tests in tune with the said requirements. Only the candidates were asked to appear in the written test on 26 for 1998 and in the physical test on 24/8 1998. There cannot, however, be any doubt whatsoever that a selection committee in a given situation may lay down a procedure for the purpose of shortlisting the candidates, but that does not mean that for the said purpose the order of holding a requisite test would be changed in terms of a decision which was taken on 7/4/1999. The selection committee thought to take interview prior to holding of the physical ability test. Physical ability test, keeping in view the nature of the job required to be performed by the candidates, was an extremely important one. Passing in the physical ability test is a sine qua non for selection of the candidates in the post of sub inspector of police. Stop. Now get ready for general matter dictation containing 400 words at the same speed. Let's start. 3 seconds. Start. If we look at the provision of the Constitution, we will find that this resolution is in pursuance of the provision in Article 312. According to sub-article bracket 2 of the same article, we have now the Indian Administrative Service and the Indian Police Service, which according to the sub-article are deemed to have been created by Parliament. Earlier, also, we decided to create some other All India services. The reasons for the creation of these services have been given by the Honorable Minister, and I entirely agree to them. One other aspect of this question I want to place before this House, and that is that the scale of pay and the prospects in the All India services will be better than those in the state services, that there will be a wider field of selection, and that the conditions of service and the scale of pay will attract better persons. We know that quite a large number of our young men, doctors, engineers, etc., are still outside the country. Thought they are keen to come and serve the country. The service conditions in the state services are not such as to attract them. I hope and trust that our young engineers and others who are abroad will be attracted to come back to our country and serve it in view of the better prospects. I think that the object of creating an all India service is to supplement and not to supplant the state services. I mean to say that there will still be the state education service, although we are going to have an all India education service also. I know how the states are dealing with it. I know about the state of Uttar Pradesh. As far as education is concerned, we have got a state education service and also a subordinate education service. In the state service, there is class 1 and class 2. There is no direct recruitment to class 1 services generally. Therefore, when we are going to create an all India service, I think the first question which will come up before the government will be as to which of the personnel of the state services are fit enough to be absorbed in the All India service. I find that the Honorable Minister had suggested that there might be a proportion of 33% reserved for promotion. After this resolution is passed by this House, the government will consider the question of legislation for the creation of these services. I read the provision in Article 312 and I know that the creation of these services is possible only by a law that we have got to bring forward a bill and pass it into law. But as far as the conditions of service and all other things are concerned, they are also to be regulated by Parliament. Stop over.